I'm seated, expecting my interviewer. It's actually meant to be just a chat, talking to each other as we call chat. But when you are going to have the chat with someone whose main interest or one of whose interests is interviewing people and teaching people how to comport themselves during interviews, teaching people what interviews are all about and how to be successful at interviews. When such a person is going to chat to you, you wonder, chat or interview. I'm expecting Okwe, yes. Okwe, and she has a YouTube channel. She calls it Okwe Yolemi. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get it right. Okwe Yolemi. And she focuses on personal development, teaching people how to get things right when it comes to personal development. Well, she's coming in today to chat to me more about me, say. And I don't know whether to be in trepidation, excited, delighted to have such a person chat to me. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to keep myself cool. Come along and seriously make sure to visit her channel. It's Okwe Yolemi. There's a lot of good things going on there, and today she's chatting to me about my stay in the UK, and who better to do that than someone who guides somebody on her YouTube channel about how to come to the UK and make a success of it. So that's why I say I think I should be delighted. So meet Okwe.
Golden drum.
Yeah, there she comes.
Yeah.
Okwe, you're welcome to Blossom with Busola.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah. It's good to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So what is it you say you want to talk to me about?
A lot of things. Are you ready?
Well, I just told the audience that
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I have just told my viewers all about you. So if you try to threaten, harass, or be the big interviewer, I just shut down the chat.
Sorry. I'm going to be quiet and gentle with you.
Okay, don't be quiet. Just be yourself.
I'll be gentle.
Be yourself. Do yourself.
No, I want to be gentle. No, I want to be gentle. Okay, so let's get right into it.
Okay.
Where do we start from?
Where do you want to start from?
There are a lot of things about you, and they're very interesting and enlightening. So I'm just curious about some things. In your previous videos, you've talked about yourself and things you've been doing. So today is just going to be about your relocation story, like, because the young ones like us are just relocating. So we want to learn from you. So, but there is always this general perspective about people moving from one country to another, from their home country to another country. So the first question I will ask is, what's your perspective about relocating to UK especially?
People have always relocated through the ages. It's not just now. Abraham in the Bible relocated. God told him to leave his home country and go to a place where he would show him.
That's true.
So, and in modern days, a lot of the Americas, people moved a lot from England, economic migrants to the Americas.
Yeah.
And if you go to Canada, there's so many names from the UK. You have London, Ontario.
Wow.
Yeah, you have Windsor. And
in Canada, right?
Sure.
Wow.
And I could go on with many of the names. And when in Winnipeg, Manitoba, we saw so many statues of people who had come and stories of people who had gone there from Scotland to set up there. So movement, relocating has always been. My perspective is, if you feel it's what's good for you, then no problem. Go ahead and do it. But don't just do it because everybody's doing it?
that.
What's your reason
Mm-hmm.
for making the move?
Yeah, actually, that leads me to another question. Some people think if you don't move from one place to another, from one country to another, you might not be able to succeed. Like, they attach success to relocation in a way. Do you think that is good enough, or that is true enough? Like saying if you don't travel, if you don't relocate to probably a place like UK, you might not be able to succeed.
No, I don't think so, and I've never held that kind of view. I think you can be successful, I won't say wherever you are, but where God places you. If you are where God places you, your success will be there. You might be moving away if you just go because every other person is going. You might be moving away from your own green pastures. It says God leads me beside green pastures. Where my green pastures are might be different from where my friends' green pastures are. I'm here in the UK. I have friends in Nigeria who are highly successful. They didn't move, they didn't relocate. They've been progressing in the things they're doing. God has different plans for different people.
Yes.
And even today, I still feel that there are a lot of young people whose green pastures would be there where they are in Nigeria. You moved.
Yeah.
You were working in a bank.
Yes.
You left a role.
Yeah.
Somebody else must have filled that role.
Of course.
And that is that person's green pasture. And maybe the person would make great progress on that role. But you are enjoying your stay here.
Of course.
You're blossoming.
Yeah.
I like to use that word again. You're blossoming. You're doing very well. You've found your place in your studies. You've done very well in your studies, and things are going well for you.
Yeah.
So your green pasture.
Thank you. So actually, I've never even thought about it in that aspect. Maybe my own thought used to be like, you can succeed wherever you are. But I think from your own perspective, now you've helped us to understand that it's not just from wherever you are, it is from where God has placed you. Like, once you're at that right space where God has placed you at that right time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Where's my journal and my pen? I'm on fire. Okay, so the next question is, how long have you been in UK?
I've been in the UK now for 14 years.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
I used to. Previous to that, I used to visit family and friends.
Okay.
But 2008, I started thinking of doing a course in early literacy skills to teach children in Nigeria how to read and write. And when we talk about Nigeria, what language do we generally read and write in?
English.
English. So, thinking about that, it makes sense to think about learning English in England. So, it's a long story, as I said, and sorry for another day. So, I came to do a PhD in Newcastle University.
Okay.
And I've been here since then, becoming a Judy.
Wow, that's great. So 14 years is such a long time.
Doesn't quite feel so now. And I wouldn't even have thought that I was going to be here for that long.
Like, you're not planning to really stay. When you came for the PhD, it was not like you had a plan to stay for long initially.
Oh no, it was just come and do my PhD 3 to 4 years and go back to teach the children how to read and write.
Oh, so things change.
Yeah, things change, as things sometimes do.
If I may ask, why did you now decide to stay in UK instead of going back to Nigeria to teach the children? As in, you're done learning the course in UK.
Yeah.
So why don't you go back to Nigeria and teach them?
That's a very interesting question, and I thought you might just want to ask that.
Yeah.
So early in the PhD studies, I discovered a method of teaching reading and writing to early year children, and it's the Jolly Phonics method. And after a 6-month pilot with the children, because I went back to Nigeria and taught the children using that method. After a 6-month pilot, I felt I found it. I found what I came to the UK for, and I could even go back. But of course, I found the method, but I wanted to have the PhD.
Okay.
So while the research was still on, I was already using the method to teach children how to read and write. Yeah. And then I gave training to teachers, to their teachers.
Oh.
Yes. And the teachers started teaching them
Okay.
And the research was in Finima and Bonny
Okay.
towns.
In
And Bonny,
Nigeria.
on Bonny Island, River State.
Okay.
Giving training to teachers because teachers noticed that children were reading very well. The children were training at my center were reading very well. So the teachers came, what are you doing for these children? What's going on here? Yeah, it was different. So they asked to be trained. We trained them. At a point, we had trained all the teachers.
Wow.
In the local government, in the Bonny local government
That's
area.
interesting.
Thank you. And so they were teaching the children and how best to reach the children than to train their teachers.
Of course.
And then I also gave training to some of the teachers who became teacher trainers. The purpose of wanting to go back had been achieved, right? Besides, I then got an invitation from a friend, a colleague in Ghana who did the Jolly Phonics together. She asked if I could come and support her training. I haven't seen my own training in Nigeria because I'm talking about Bonny and Finima, but I also give training in other states. Whole state training.
Wow.
Yeah, I managed the training of Jolly Phonics in Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, Ogun State, of course, Lagos, Ondo, and Osun State. So a friend in Ghana asked her, so how would you mind supporting me with what you do in Nigeria and doing it in Ghana? Yeah, my dear friend Roberta. So I joined her. We were working together and we did a lot of work together in Ghana. And then while doing that, I thought, well, we can also go to the Francophone. There are African children too, West African children. So through friends and family, we reached the Côte d'Ivoire ministry. And we started working with teachers. We had pilots going. So from there on to other places, projects, teacher training projects in the school, then into Mali, Burkina Faso, Nigeria Republic.
That's a lot.
So in all of West Africa, it's only one country. Wow.
That you did not cover.
Yeah.
So wait, is it that you go to this place and you gather the teachers together, they teach them, or how does it work?
Okay. We go to the places. We reach out. So we reach out. I reach out. I find a way of reaching the Minister of Education in each of these countries.
That's interesting. That's smart.
So find a way. So whichever way, maybe through a teacher who knows, or somebody knows.
I feel like I'm talking to celeb. Let me adjust. Sorry for the distraction.
How you find somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody until you get to the person you want to reach. So that was how it was in each of those countries. So get to the Minister of Education and say, well, this method of teaching reading and writing English to early year children. Would you be interested? We can set up a pilot for you of Jolly Phonics and with the assistance of Chris Jolly and the Jolly Learning.
Wait, the name of the establishment is Jolly Phonics, right?
The name of the method is Jolly Phonics. The method of teaching children is Jolly Phonics. By the way, my PhD was titled Synthetic Phonics as a Tool for Improving the Reading Skills of Nigerian Pupils. There you are!
Wow, this is huge. Synthetic phonics as a tool for improving the reading skills of Nigerian pupils. Wow.
Yeah. So you asked if we went there and gave training to gather the teachers together. Yes, we met the minister, made our proposal, showed what we have to offer, and if they liked it, they gathered the teachers together. And we gave the training. Left, and they remained to
continue. So once you get to a particular country, you give the training, then you come back to UK.
Yes. So you were asking why I stayed back when the children are in Nigeria. Because the children I reach out to now are everywhere in West Africa. And it made sense to stay back in the UK to go to those places. And Who doesn't know about the discussion or argument about Nigerian English and Ghanaian English, which is better? Have you ever been in such a discussion?
Of course.
Of course, almost every Nigerian, and I guess Ghanaian too, has had cause to be in that argument.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a way, or it didn't seem very likely,
To stay in Nigeria.
and then I'll go to Ghana to do an English literacy work. It may not have gone as smooth, it may not have been as easily accepted.
Yeah.
And then imagine the French-speaking countries like Cote d'Ivoire, like Guinea, Conakry, coming from Nigeria. It may not have been that easy. Like this Nigerian is coming to teach us how to teach our children or train our teachers on how they can teach English. But from England, obviously, mine is a UK company offering English literacy skill training skills to those countries. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I still.
Yeah. A lot of smart things putting it together. Okay.
It just makes sense for an English literacy intervention program to originate from the UK, right? So I thought, hang on a minute, Busola. You're okay in Nigeria. You love Nigeria. You're comfortable in Nigeria. Yeah. But do you want to make a career of delivering English literacy teaching to early years in West Africa? And if you want to do that, are you better off doing it from England? That's why I stayed back.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I've learned a lot. But tell me, are there any highlights in the course of this work and all of that? Like your accomplishment, something like it happened and you felt so blessed. Like, this is it.
Highlights.
Okay, highlights.
One, made a lot of new relationships, friendships, colleagues, everywhere. Like in all of those places.
And there was more networking.
Oh, seriously. Say like in Nigeria, so many teachers that became my friends and brothers and sisters because of this work.
Okay.
Many people that I helped to train, mentor, and the relationship is on
Just
now.
keep growing.
It keeps growing, and with those people, if I should start mentioning names, I would not stop at 100 through the countries. You know, you just have that feeling of friendship. You have friends, you have colleagues you can call on to say, oh, how do you do this? What happens about this? And they call on you, so you don't get to feel lonely. What about the children? The joy when you see children who were struggling to read and now they're reading and they're making progress. Like I was able to follow the progress of some of them through primary school into secondary school. Oh my! Let me get that book.
It's like dream come true. It's like
yeah, I got right there. Can you read this? Can you read this? Can you read this? These are some of the things. Some of the things. You can just read this. Yes. You can see.
Yeah.
No, just
listen. It's huge.
It's huge. But can you read what that child wrote?
Okay, so dear Auntie Busola, we thank you for all you've done for us. May God bless you. May God also guide you and reward you. May the good God protect you and your family. Thanks from Clayton.
That's a child who couldn't read.
Wow.
And
right
And
now.
then there you go. So there's another
and
one.
They even drew something for you.
Yes, they drew something. Let me allow you to read this one.
Let's show them. Can you see? Yeah. Dear Auntie Busola, we thank you for what you've done for us. May God bless you and your family. Keep you alive. Amen.
Can you see the date? Is it?
Yes, 11/8/2010.
That was
a long time.
Yes. So that was just during the. So you asked me what? I even had some. Well, that's enough. There was a card.
Okay.
So children, you know, you see them coming to life. Like a parent said to me that like you're giving light to these children.
Yeah,
that reading
true.
brings light to people. And then you see that repeated again and again and again everywhere you
Yeah.
go. Teachers are so grateful that the children are learning because it affects the other subjects that they teach them. So
Yes.
I have a lot of teachers in my network. And yes, you hear me
Lots
doing
of
French
highlights.
lessons.
Yes, I heard you.
Oh!
How is that related?
How it's related. I told you about working in Cote d'Ivoire, working in Guinea, Conakry, and those are French-speaking countries. When I started going there, I would have people translate for me. They still will translate for me today. But the first time I went to Cote d'Ivoire, I did not even understand anything, and I said, this isn't going to happen again. So I started learning French. So in 2017, I started learning French, 15 minutes a day.
Wow.
Now,
blow us out.
you want me to?
I don't want to get lost. I don't want to get lost.
So as I said, I'll still need an interpreter, but I will understand a lot of what's going on around me, and that's another huge gain for me.
That's true. Oh, don't say another one. You
want
want to say? Yes. There are a lot of highlights actually.
So many. So
this.
like even in the francophone, some of them really want to learn English.
Okay.
They really want to have English in the schools, and they didn't know how to go about it, or they've tried one thing or the other, it has failed. And when we go there and present our project, oh, this is like the kind of thing we've been looking for. Yeah, come and help us out here. So, see?
Yeah, I should reconsider my career.
No, go on with what you're doing. It's excellent. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. I think one thing that really stood for me is, like, I can relate with the children, right? Because I still remember my primary school experience. Like, the teachers that really helped me. Till this day, I can still remember them, like, and how they made impact on me. So now imagine just children who could not read or write, then the impact you made. Thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, so now I'm sure there will be challenges. Tell us about your challenges.
Okay. One, it took me away from home a lot. And I'm a home person. I love traveling, but not like leaving my husband and family.
But most of the pictures, Daddy was always following you.
He tried. He tried, well done. He tried. But I still had to do a lot solo. And I will enjoy the walk on the field, but leaving home, it's always a challenge. At the point of departure, it's always a challenge. I got to say that. Then, relationship with government. That you noticed it's hard to do a lot with government. In West Africa, there are often changes in government, and a lot of times maybe unplanned. It might be at the central level, it's planned. Maybe at the national level, there'll be an election and so on. But at the local level, you might just hear a change in minister, and you had been working with this minister. Yes, the person has come to understand the project. You might be at the point of the deciding you should come for the pilot, and then you just hear there's been a change in the minister. And at times, the change at the national level may be unplanned, like a coup. You just hear there was a coup in so place, and you just know that's beginning from beginning. You're beginning from scratch again. That's one. Another challenge, still government related, is you go give the training, and they are meant to follow, to monitor the work, to be sure that it's done, like at the local level all the way up to the national level. But at times, the supervisors, unfortunately, don't do the right amount of follow-up. So some of the teachers get back. Because it's a new method, it requires learning, it requires applying yourself to that thing you've learned. Some of them may just get back and drop the materials, and they don't use them, and there is no follow-up. Then that's the end of it. So we are not able to do the necessary follow-up. I think those are some major challenges I can highlight.
How were you able to overcome them and still keep going, still keep moving despite the challenge?
We keep pressing on.
Okay.
We're Africans. Red blood.
We are strong.
Yeah. We keep pressing on. We ask questions. We push. We make calls. We send WhatsApp messages. We call. You know, we're not reluctant to make calls.
Yeah.
So pick my phone up and call. My colleagues will pick their phone, call, send emails, send WhatsApp messages, and remind them this is for the good of the children in your country.
Yeah.
So we call them out to do what they say they want to do.
So that means there was more of resilience from you, like you just keep pushing.
Got to push. Yes, there was. And I'm not going to say it was easy. There were times I asked myself, what's my business? Why am I doing all of this? Why do I have to do all this for children that I don't even know? And then I'll say to myself, but a lot of other people did things that have resulted in my becoming who I am that I don't even know them. So I'm going to do this for these children. I have to stay my ground and make sure that I get this for these children. And it's
great.
Often works.
That's a great learning from you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us on how you moved to the UK, and stay true and keep impacting. Even, you know, one thing I learned is even the fact that you are here, you are still making impacts across nations. So it's not like your location was restricting you, or you left Nigeria and you just forgot about everything in Nigeria.
No, I can't forget about everything in Nigeria. Nigeria made me.
That's true.
Nigeria made me. I learned to read and write. I grew up and I became somebody, as we normally say. Yeah. In Nigeria.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's very impactful. So thank you so much for answering all our questions. You thought it would not end. No. Thank you so much so in case we have more questions, I hope you allow me to come back.
Oh, definitely, surely. Especially as you have been so kind.
I did not stress you.
No, you didn't stress me.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share with friends and family. We are glad to have you on this channel. Please keep watching, keep subscribing, keep sharing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure, wow.
Thank you for joining us today, indeed. And
just full of laughter.
Interrupting me. Hope to see you again in my next video. And remember to go to Okpeyolemi channel. You get so much fun, so much laughter, and so much to learn. And do always come back here again and again. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.